Hello and welcome to my Hampshire garden for what is a particularly important part of this year's Virtual Chelsea. Not because it's in my garden, but because we're about to talk about a really exciting initiative. I'm talking to Sir Nicholas Bacon, Nico, whose ancestor, the first Sir Nicholas Bacon, was keeper of the Great Seal to Elizabeth I. And although Nico might not be keeper of the Great Seal, he was president of the Royal Horticultural Society. And is in charge really of an extremely exciting initiative which aims to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II, the first time any sovereign has achieved a Platinum Jubilee. So Nico, tell us about this initiative.
Alan, thank you very much, and I'm delighted to talk about the Queen's Green Canopy because it's an opportunity for everybody to plant a tree. Everybody to plant a tree for the Jubilee. And I mean, when I say everybody, I mean anybody from individuals, companies, schools, care homes, associations, institutions. Nobody will be left out of the opportunity to plant a tree. And so long as they plant the right tree, the most appropriate tree, in the right place, at the right time of year, then they will last for another 100 years, which will be absolutely fantastic legacy for the Queen, because let's face it, this is a marvellous way to celebrate the fact that the Queen's indomitable service and duty to this country over the last 70 years could last for a very long time through trees.
Trees are obviously important. How important do you think this initiative can be in terms of refurnishing this country really with that green canopy, the Queen's green canopy? You know, some people would say, do we really need more trees?
Well, we do really, because they are a magnificent part of our landscape, and sadly over the last number of years many have been lost because of development and neglect. And so by planting more trees, we will be able to re-establish that extraordinary landscape, added to which they're an easy win for our climate change agenda. We know they filter the air, they consume carbon dioxide, they exude oxygen. They're brilliant for invertebrates, they're great for people, they make people feel better, so it's a win-win all the way through.
What about ancient woodlands? Do they play a part in this at all?
Well, they are absolutely vital. I mean, it's not only ancient woodlands, it's veteran trees. And veteran trees all have a story to tell. And it's just a question of teasing out that story, which is so interesting. And so what we're trying to achieve is to identify 70 veteran trees and 70 ancient woodlands, and then dedicate them to this whole programme, the Queen's Green Canopy.
How can people get involved in the Queen's Green Canopy?
Well, today is the moment when we launch the Queen's Green Canopy. The Prime Minister spoke about it earlier last year, but now we've got a website running and people will be able to look on the website, they'll be able to go onto the website and they will be able to get all the information they need to source a tree from plant healthy sources, plant a tree and then be told how to look after it.
And really important that it's the right tree for the right place, to plant something which suits that particular environment, which will grow well there, not present a threat in the future, but be a positive benefit.
Exactly. That is a really vital aspect of the whole initiative, that these trees are grown in the right places.
You've got the Prince of Wales as patron, a man whose prowess in terms of horticulture and his support for all things green is without question. There's been good public response since it was first announced?
Well, it's been quite extraordinary actually. It's very rare that we get turned down. And some of the great British traditional corporate names like Royal Mail, the John Lewis Partnership, Coutts Bank, Rentokil Initial and Cooper, they've all come up to the challenge and they are planting lots of trees in their own right, as well as introducing a whole staff planting programme, which is fantastic. Added to which, we've got trusts and foundations and some really generous individuals who have got this whole show on the road. So it has been remarkable.
So has the response been good from England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales? Are they all contributing?
Every single county in the UK is contributing in some way or another. And some counties, obviously very urban, and some are very rural. So across the entire patch of the UK, everything has been doing incredibly well.
We can make a real difference here, can't we? We have, in this single planting season coming this autumn and winter, we could transform the British Isles and make ourselves much prouder of our percentage of tree cover, which is lagging behind some European countries.
Well, it is, and I think during the planting season from October to March, that is a moment when we really can make a difference. And added to which, we've got another planting season in 22, beginning of 23, so we can carry on this wonderful legacy for the Queen's Green Canopy.
Nico, are there certain areas that are more vital than others when it comes to tree planting?
Well, I think it's true to say that, as I was saying about where these trees are going to be planted, I think given the fact that so many trees have been knocked over through development, some of the deprived areas, some of the deprived urban areas, now that everybody's working and living in cities, are absolutely vital, because that green space can liven the soul and help the wellness of people and the mental health of people. So the deprived areas is really important. But we are developing a pilot in order to try and upskill in green terms many of the young people who haven't got jobs at the moment, in order to train them A, for jobs, and B, for jobs in the rural sector.
You've got the help of some amazing experts, the RHS, obviously the Horticulture Society, Cool Earth, Woodland Trust, Trees for Cities, Forestry Canopy Foundation and DEFRA. So this has enormous backing from great organisations, but individuals too mustn't feel that this is something that they cannot participate in. This is really vital, isn't it, that we all do it, that we all plant a tree for the Jubilee.
Well, that's absolutely right. And we've had 55 people, experts in their own fields, whether they're nurserymen or propagators or whatever it may be, people like yourself, Alan, who know a hell of a lot about trees, who are advising us about the right tree in the right place at the right time. And that is the key to what we're trying to achieve.
Well, I do remember many years ago, too many years ago probably, plant a tree in 73. That's how long ago it was. We've finally come around to plant a tree for the Jubilee, so do as I would certainly urge you to do, and Sir Nicholas Bacon would as well, along with the RHS. Plant a tree for the Queen's Green Canopy.